Does anybody have any questions? Yes.
Yeah, how did you all come together, and for how long have you all had gigs together, and after the show, are you planning to go for a studio recording?
Well, the answer to that is actually know Frank for quite a few years. No? We're not going to tell them because we're going to sound very old. And we often play together. We played many times, different situations with different musicians. We have in common the fact that we both played with Chicoria. So there is some Chicoria tune that we always play because he played it with Chick and I play the same tune with him. So we usually perform some of those. With Mitch and Virgil, I do have a band called Cab, and these two gentlemen played with these bands as well, you know. So I always play with them separately. We never played together, in fact, with Frank, but they all played with me. So
he's the common thread here.
I'm the common thread right there. So basically, you know, they know the music, he knows the music, and it's going to be probably very, very good because they are such exceptional musicians. I know that it will sound fantastic, and I hope that we're not going to disappoint you. You know, I don't think so, but for the question about the recording after that, an album, we don't have any plan of doing that, but you never know. So anything can happen in music. We're going to play after that in LA, in Los Angeles, with the same, you know, configuration.
Which city do you think in the world is the best for jazz? As in, the crowd really appreciates jazz music.
Well, it's a very hard question because there is so many places where people really love jazz, you know, and it's just where are you playing, you know. If you play in a jazz club in New York, I used to play. It's closed right now, but I really love the Bottom Line personally. I really like to play at the Bottom Line. But if you go anywhere in Japan, you play jazz, or in France, in Europe, they always appreciate jazz as well. So there is no one special place. It's all basically different. You know what I mean? It's like asking me what is the best cuisine, you know? So there is no best cuisine. You know, if you go to Japan, you're gonna have, you know, some kind of cuisine. India, you're gonna have some kind. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just some people maybe prefer Italian or whatever, but nothing is really better. It's a matter of taste. You know, different people will appreciate different things. For playing, it's the same thing. You know, I really love to play in Paris, New York, wherever. Where do you like to play?
I think there's a lot of good markets for jazz. It's pretty universal music, and so there isn't really one place that's better than others. I'm anxious to see what the Indian people think of this kind of music. That's what I really want to find out. It's my first trip here to India, so I'm very happy to be here. Been here less than 24 hours, so...
He's promised to come back more often.
I've promised to come back more often, yes. Any other questions?
Do you plan to collaborate with any Indian artists?
I didn't understand that.
Do you plan to collaborate with any Indian artists?
I think you already have.
Well, I already have. I'm collaborating with the dream maker, Mr. Sandeep Chowta. I think his music is quite amazing. Anybody who hear the music because of the texture that he puts together is like a dream. You know, it just creates dream. You close your eyes and it makes you fly somewhere. So, and I actually played with some Indian musician in Paris, some Indian music. You know, and that's where I found out that the music was the same kind of system than the jazz. You know, you play a melody, or for the Indian music would be a raga, a scale. Then you establish some kind of a melody with the scale, and then you improvise using the same notes. Jazz music is identical. You know, the background, the music is different, but we do the same thing. We play a melody with some harmonic changes, and then we improvise over the same thing. And then at the end we play the melody again. So the concept is identical. So Indian music is actually like jazz, with different instruments, that's all. Anybody else wants to question for instrument players, for drummers or something like that? Something you'd like to know? How many feet he has? About 4 or 5?
Hi, this question is for Mr. Gambale. Frank, I wanted to know, from the 1980s and 1990s, you had a series of nominations at the Grammys, and you also played with Mr. Chick Corea and Electrica Band. So I was wondering, how was the experience and